Hi everyone, welcome to the introduction to the new Flower Press Stencil Pack. This is a beautiful layering stencil set. There are 4 stencils in the pack. On the back of the packaging, it shows you how beautiful this design comes together. So I'm going to take the stencils out of the packaging to show you what they look like individually. Now you don't have to use all 4 stencils. They do look beautiful when you use all 4 together, but you do have the option to use them individually if you so desire. So I'm going to show you what this looks like and demonstrate how to stencil it. Now I like to use layering stencils in my MISTI. I just always bump them down on the bottom right corner of my MISTI, and I know I'm going to lock it into place every time, but there's a lot of different ways you can set up your layering stencils. I'm also going to mask off all these little dots just with some temporary tape. Certainly don't have to do that at all. You could blend this whole stencil one color and make it very easy. But I wanted to make those dots a different color, so that's why I taped over them for now. So I'm going in with a new color. This is Tide Pool. And again, everything I'm doing is customizable. You could make these two-toned. You could do one side Tide Pool and the other side Juniper. Of course, I am doing just a bit of gradient blending. So I'm going to go over all of these with a light, even wash, like so. And then I'm going to go in the center of the bloom. Just give it a little once over, and that's going to make the centers a little bit darker. See what I'm doing here? A little bit heavier handed right there in the center with the same color Tide Pool, and it just gives you that gradient love. Again, totally optional. You don't have to spend so much time. It's foolproof, a gorgeous organic design, and you can't go wrong. Now I'm going to take this off and just wipe it really quick, take off that tape, and clean off the Tide Pool, because now I'm coming in with another new color, Sunflower, and I didn't want to get any of that Tide Pool ink mixed in with my little sunflower dots. So that's why I did a quick little wipe down. And then this time I'm using the little Concord 9th blender brushes, which are great for getting in smaller areas. So that didn't take much time at all. And now I don't believe that these stencils are numbered. You don't have to go in any specific order. This time I'm starting with Nectar. This is another new color that I was very excited. It's like the most subtle, perfect kiss of peach, and I just love it. It looks so good with Tide Pool. I think Nectar can almost be like a neutral. I think Nectar can work with any color. It's like a good pair of jeans. And I'm probably going to say that about every color, but I really am excited about Nectar, as you can tell. Again, so I did a light wash, and then I went a little heavier handed along the base of that bloom. Now I'm doing the little centers of the previous blooms with Cayenne. And now Cayenne is a lot more intense. You don't need much pressure. It's nice and juicy, and it looks good with Tide Pool. Okay, we're on stencil number 3. This one here's an older color, an oldie but a goodie, Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle never lets me down. I really feel like, here, I'm going to say it again, Honeysuckle could be a neutral. You could pair it with any color, but it does look great, especially great with Nectar. Keep that in mind. Nectar and Honeysuckle. Can't go wrong. I'm going to be talking later about color swatching, and then this is where you're going to remember this. So swatch it out. Nectar and Honeysuckle. Remember it. Now for a neutral, because I have all this color, I wanted to start bringing in some neutral, so I brought in Cobblestone. It's another new one. It's just kind of a rich, cool gray, I would say. You don't have to, I know these are little blooms or whatever they are. You probably wouldn't think to do that with Cobblestone. But yet here I am, rocking a Cobblestone bloom. Okay, we're on to the last stencil. And I'm keeping this one very, very light. These almost look like little daisies, which I probably would keep white, but you got to have a little color to know that they're there. So I pulled out powder. Another almost nothing color powder. It's perfect. Powder, again, powder and Nectar. Lock it down. Remember it. I think that's going to be a good combo. Okay, look at when I lift this up, and then I'm going to trim this out. Is that not dreamy? And you could do this in a million different color combinations. So I turned this into a card, And I did another one with different colors over on the right. So I added a big hug sentiment, which is from the Just Say More dies, and then a few little enamel dots for embellishment. Now the second card, it's the same stencil, same process of ink blending. I just switched out the colors, little lemongrass, carnation, clementine there. I did a hello word die cut from the triple step Posy print. And that is the introduction to the Flower Press Stencil Pack.